Hi, my name is Laura. I'm a junior and I'm a CA in Westerland 2J.
My name is Justin. I'm a sophomore and I'm a CA in Seminary Hall.
Mason, I'm a sophomore and I'm a CA in 3W Westerland.
Hi, my name is Joe. I'm a sophomore and I'm a CA in Westerland 3I.
My name's Rachel and I live in Westerland.
Hi, my name's Emmy. I'm a CA in Westerland 3J.
Oh, I'm Sarah and I live in Westerland I2.
Hi, I'm Anna. I live in Andreen on the 3rd floor.
Hi, I'm Mariah and I'm the CA on the 2nd floor of Andreen.
Hi, I'm Zachariah. I'm the CA in Westy 1I.
Hello, my name's Emirani and I'm a CA in Westerland 2W.
Hi, I'm Vanessa and I'm the CA for Westerland 2J.
Hey everyone, my name is Noah and I'm a CA in Westerland 1J.
Hello everyone, my name is Dane Millard. I'm one of the CAs at Westerland 3I.
Hi, Marco Bleski, 3W CA in Westerland.
Hi, my name is Kidu Salama, CA in Westerland I.
Hi everybody, my name is Chris Byer. I'm the Director of Residential Life here at Augustana College, and I was also a member of the Augustana Strong Task Force this summer that spent the whole summer planning and preparing to make our campus COVID ready. I also want to share with you, I like to play chess. I'm not necessarily a great chess player, but I understand the rules of chess, and I also know some basic strategies for chess. And coexisting with COVID is going to take both of those things as well. You have to know the rules, and you also have to know some strategies. I think at this point, everybody knows the basic rules. You've heard about our visitor restrictions, you know about masks, physical distancing, and hand washing. I want to give you some strategies now. I've got 4 strategies that I think will help all of you be able to do this really well. So pay attention, write these down, and live them out. We can do this. First strategy, drink lots of water. The reason I say that, when you wear these things for 8 hours a day, it dries out your throat. Those of you who have worked this summer and have been required to wear a mask while working, you know that at the end of the day your throat is dry. I didn't realize this until I came back to work and was wearing masks for long hours and talking while wearing a mask. And at the end of the day, I was convinced I had COVID because my throat was so sore. The next morning I was fine. It was just sore because I was breathing with a mask on and not drinking enough water. The same thing happened to the CAs. On day 2 of CA training, they all thought they had COVID, and they didn't. They were just dry throat from talking with a mask on. So drink lots of water. Side perk of drinking lots of water, it's going to make you pee more often, which is going to remind you to wash your hands. So drink lots of water. That's tip 1. Strategy number 2, you know about our visitor restriction, only 1 visitor at a time in the rooms. So my strategy there is talk to your roommates often, check in weekly. As we get into the school year, everyone's going to kind of settle in and your views are going to shift around. So keep this an ongoing conversation with your roommate. Don't just decide at once and be done. Their comfort level might change. If we have little pockets of outbreak on campus, they might decide, hey, for a week or 2, no guests at all. Or maybe for a week or 2, 1 guest is okay, but just this 1 person. Okay, you can't bring in different people every time, just this 1 specific person. So your views might shift. So we want you to keep talking to each other. Don't just talk once. Be willing to make changes. And what we're going to enforce is whoever is the most restrictive. Okay, so if 1 roommate says no guests, it's no guests. If you're okay with 1 at a time and it's a different person every time, but your roommate wants 1 at a time and it's just the same person, that's what we're going to go by. Okay, so have that conversation, check in regularly in case your views do change, because they probably will. You might become more comfortable, you might become less comfortable. So keep that conversation going. That's strategy number 2. Strategy number 3 is you're going to have to find an inner circle. Find your close family here at Augustana. When I go home with my family, we don't wear masks around each other, okay? We're a family unit, and I know if one of us gets sick, we're probably all going to get it. So find a small intergroup family. These are the people that you're comfortable being in a room with without masks on, and maybe people that you're comfortable having a meal with. You'll notice in the dining hall, you can have up to 6 people at a table at one time, and you're going to be eating without your masks on. So make that group that you eat your meals with, that's your inner family, okay? And you're just going to have to know that if somebody in that group gets sick, most of you are going to end up quarantining. If you have lots of families or a big family or lots of different groups, that's going to cause spread. So if everybody tries to find like your pod, your family, your closest inner circle friends that you're comfortable being near and having masks off, that'll help contain the spread, okay? Now you can have more friends than that, absolutely. Just be a little bit more cautious around kind of your second layer friends. That means wearing your mask, being physically distant, doing more virtual connections instead of in-person connections. So try to keep that group small, but you're going to need a group. We all need a group, okay? So find your people, keep that group small. That's strategy number 3. Strategy number 4, we've got to extend each other a lot of grace this year, all right? I want every single one of you, every single person who works here, every single student to feel comfortable and empowered asking someone to put a mask on. If you see somebody in a building without a mask on, or if you see somebody doing this number, where they're not covering their nose, just nicely ask them. We have to do this with grace. We have to do this nicely, with compassion, with respect. And the other side of the coin is, if somebody asks you to lift your mask up or put a mask on, receive that with grace, okay? Say, yeah, sorry, my bad, do it. That'll help create a culture where it's safe and it's okay to call each other out, because we all need to be held accountable. We all forget, we all slip, but to keep us all comfortable, we just need to be nice to each other about this. So ask people to wear a mask, and if someone asks you to do it, just say yes and put it on, okay? That'll help so much, because it's really kind of a scary thing to ask somebody to confront somebody, put a mask on. So if you're getting asked, just receive that with grace. Okay, those are my tips. You're going to hear from some more people in Res Life with some more great information about the year. I hope we have a great year, and I can't wait to say goodbye to all of you in May. Okay, so let's have a great year. Go Vikings.
Hello first year residents. My name is Amanda Tumbrello and I'm your area coordinator for first year experience out of the Office of Residential Life here at Augustana College. Therefore, it is my job to work with students just like yourself each and every year to make Augustana their home away from home. We know that moving to campus is a big adjustment, and for many of you, this may be the first time that you're away from your close friends and family back home. For others, this may not be that new of an experience. Regardless of where you are in your journey, I want to offer some guidance on how to make this new transition as smooth as possible for you. My first tip I have for all of you is to be patient. This is especially hard sometimes, but it's especially important this year on campus as well as every other time on campus when you're living on your own. Sometimes things don't happen on your ideal time frame. Therefore, it's important to have patience with others. For instance, maybe you put in a work order for your room and you're hoping that it'll be addressed by the time you get back from class. However, know that others are working really hard to try to address every issue that comes in, and sometimes a hierarchy of needs need to be established. As such, it's important to give others patience. Next, give patience to yourself. Living and learning here at Augustana is going to take some getting used to. Everyone will have their own adjustment period, and the adjustment periods may vary in length. So note that any feelings or challenges that you may encounter are typical, and everyone is working through them on their own pace and at their own schedule. Sometimes some of these challenges are maybe you don't get into a class you wanted, or maybe your new circle of friends on campus doesn't live near you on campus. Whatever the challenge is, have patience with yourself and give something a try before you decide it's not going to work for you. Try it out and really figure out what works best. And then have patience with things that are out of your control. Sometimes things happen on campus unexpectedly and you just have to roll with the situation at hand and make the best of it. While some of these things may be difficult or hard in the moment, it's really important that you have patience if it's out of your control and just do with what you can, because oftentimes these are the things that you'll look back on in years and look back on fondly of the memories from college. My second tip I have for you in adjusting to living on campus is to communicate. Whether it's with a professor, a coach, a CA, whoever it may be, we're all here to support you and your journey at Augustana. As such, feel free to ask us questions. We may not know that you don't know things unless you ask those questions, because we're not mind readers. So again, whether it be a professor, a coach, your CA, or even myself, feel free to ask us questions when you have them. It's the really best way to learn. And then next, also, rather than just asking questions, feel free to communicate any needs or concerns you have if you don't feel like they're being met. This may be with Dean of Students or your academic advisor, or again, even myself, and we'll see what we can do to support that. So again, while you're communicating on campus, it's still really important to also make sure that you're communicating with those back home. You being here on campus is a big change for you, but no, it's also likely a very big change for those back home, whether it's family or close friends, or even maybe a pet. It's hard for them to adjust for you not to be there just as much as it is for you to adjust not being there. So figure out a way to stay connected with those individuals, maybe something as simple as a weekly phone call where you can call in and chat with each other. That can be really helpful. My third piece of advice I have for you is to get involved on campus. This can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but it's really up to you to decide how you are going to get involved. Maybe you're going to join a club or organization or a sport. Maybe you're interested in Greek life. Maybe you want an on-campus job. Maybe you're going to find a new friend group to hang out with and explore the Quad Cities with. Whatever it is, make sure you find ways to get involved. Living on campus, really one of the perks is that you have the ability to connect with those around you and connect with our campus community. My fourth tip I have for you for transitioning to campus is seek help before problems emerge. And by this I mean whether it's a small issue such as an issue with your schedule, questions of a professor you're not understanding, or maybe a small conflict with your roommate, address it while it's small and early on when it first happens. Similar to a volcano, the longer that you wait to address a problem, the bigger the eruption can be. I know oftentimes it seems pretty common to just say, oh, I'm gonna wait and see if things get better in a week or two or a month or so. But often by that point, you just end up getting more and more frustrated as time goes on, and by the time that you actually address the issue, you're often to a point where you're just over it. So by addressing problems and issues early on before problems emerge, you're really able to find an environment and find things that work best for you. In addition, by addressing issues early on, it's often the stage where both parties or anyone involved is most able to make a compromise or find a solution that works for everyone involved. By the time it gets to a big issue and a big problem, that is often a lot harder, so it's really easy and really important to make sure you address things early. My fifth and final tip for all of you is to make Augustana feel like you're home or away from home. This year, a lot of our campus is different due to the necessary precautions and regulations due to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, even with that, you can still find ways to make your room feel like home. Whether that's displaying a picture of your loved ones and family from back home, or hanging up a poster of your favorite band, we really do want you to personalize your space so it feels like your space genuinely, as opposed to just another room on campus. If you have questions about how you can decorate or what you can do to your space, ask your CA. They're full of knowledge and can even give you some tips of things they might have seen in the past, or maybe how they had their room arranged previously. Once again, first year students, welcome to Augustana. We're so happy to have you here living with us, and we know that it's a big transition. But as you begin to get settled and as you work through that transitional process each of you will have, please let us know if there's questions you have or things we can do to help make sure that you transition here to Augustana is smooth and you can find your home away from home here on campus. Thanks, everybody.
This is the machine that you will use to purchase a laundry card and to upload money to your laundry card. A laundry card costs $5 and you'll need a $5 bill because the machine does not take singles. There's one machine in the Westerland Lounge. There's one machine in the Gerber Center right outside the elevators. There's a machine in the Office of Residential Life, which is in Andreen. And there's a machine in Swanson Hall in the lobby. Here's how you upload money to your laundry card. You'll insert your laundry card in this slot up here. The machine will read you your balance, and then you'll enter your money down here. Doing your own laundry may be new to you, so here are some tips to help you out. This is what the laundry machines look like. You can either pay with your card or some of the machines take quarters. So you'll insert your card and then select the button that you need. Be sure to fill the laundry machine only halfway or less so that your clothes are properly washed. And then when you're using the dryers, be sure to empty the lint out, like so, from the machine when you are done.
Here at Augustana, you might find that you need to take out some cash from your bank accounts. Well, we have ATMs like this around campus. One here in Westerland Hall, one in the Gerber Center, and one in Prince Theater. You can use these like a normal ATM. Some fees may apply, but you can use these at your convenience. Sometime here at Augustana, you will probably need to get your mail or have mail shipped to you. You can find all of this over in Sorensen Hall at the bottom of campus. That is where the mailing center is on the bottom floor. The mailing address is going to be the same for all Augustana students, other than your own individual mailbox number. You will have either received it already or very soon your own individual number, and that is the address that you will use to receive packages. It's also important to note that mail does not come directly to the residence hall, it all goes to the Sorensen Mailing Center. As well as receiving packages at the mailing center, you can also send out packages. You just need to bring what you want to send and some money for shipping, and then the people working there will take care of the rest.
To maintain safe social distancing and limit the spread of COVID-19, masks are required at all times outside of your dorm room and inside of the bathroom. About the bathrooms are that one, shower caddies are no longer allowed to be left in the bathroom. They will be thrown away. And another thing to note is that when you're brushing your teeth, you should come over here with your mask on, take your mask off like this, lean over, brush your teeth, and then put your mask right back on. This is important because masks are required at all times outside of your room and in the bathrooms. Just like wearing a towel, it's important to wear your mask until you're inside the shower. It's also very important to clean up after yourself after using anything in the bathroom, including the shower, the sinks, or even the toilets. It's important to maintain this strong etiquette and limit the spread of COVID-19.
The dumpster located outside of each residence hall, which is where you will unload your trash in your room. Do not take your trash into the bathrooms or another place to get rid of it. You must take it out to the dumpster outside of each hall. Extra laundry bags can be found within your room when you move in, but if you run out of those, there are extras inside each laundry room in the halls. At Augustana College, we have 3 different places to eat on campus. The CSL, the snack shack located in the basement of Reno Theater, and the Westerland Market here at the Westerland Residence Hall. In the Westerland Market, there is a maximum occupancy of 8 students so we can maintain safe social distancing. Masks need to be worn inside of all eating facilities at Augustana College. Your mask can only be taken off when you are physically sitting at the table and eating your meal. Drinking fountains are closed this year, but refillable water bottle stations are still open. Communal kitchens this year are closed within the residence hall, so you will not be able to cook meals within a residence hall. But the vending machines are still open for some drinking and eating options.
Are you tired of being woken up by your roommate's 15 alarms in the morning? Hello, my name is Zachariah, and today we're going to talk about a few ways to solve an issue. Some are good, some are bad, and some are just plain ugly. But together, we're going to go on a journey, and we're going to find the best way to solve any issue. Thanks. First, we are going to explore the passive style.
Dear Diary, my roommate alarm just keeps waking me up. She should know that it's bothering me. Like, I just don't understand why she keeps doing it. I thought I made it obvious, but I guess not anymore.
The passive style is not a healthy way to solve the problem. It avoids the underlying issues. Mariah should confront her roommate directly to resolve the problem. Next, we are going to find a more direct style.
So how's things with your roommate going?
So well. We get along so amazing. How's your roommate?
Well, I wish I knew what a good night's sleep was like.
The passive-aggressive style will only lead to greater resentment between the roommates. Talking bad about your roommate without directly addressing the issue is never a good way to resolve the conflict. Let's see if you can figure out this next style. Wow, that was a lot, huh? I think we can agree that wasn't very fun or healthy. We don't vibe with the aggressive style. Now, let's look at the best way.
Hey Anna, can I talk to you for a sec?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I know you have a lot of early classes in the morning, and I really understand that it's crazy and it's hard to wake up, but I'm having trouble falling back to sleep after your alarms go out. Would you mind turning down the volume, or maybe limiting them to only a couple?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't even know that was an issue for you. I'm so sorry.
No,
I'll try to do that tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Wow, that was amazing to see. Mariah's roommate might not have known it was an issue, but since she used the correct conflict resolution style, the problem was easily resolved. So remember, when trying to solve a conflict, confront your roommate directly and respectfully. Stay calm. If you want help working through the problem, you can always talk to your CA. Remember, you can take these skills we learned here today and use them in any situation. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you have learned lots about living on campus, and we look forward to seeing you in person. And remember, go Vikings!
Few of the policies that you need to know, but there are other policies that can be found online via the Code of Conduct. Remember, all residents agree to abide by them when they sign their housing contracts. We are going to start with the mask and social distancing policy. The mask and social distancing policy are new this year. Due to the coronavirus, we are taking precautions to ensure everyone's safety. When students are outside of the residence hall room, Augustana is asking everyone to keep a distance of 6 feet from other people. In addition, students are required to wear a mask in any area outside of their room, but they cannot keep that 6 feet distance from others. If any changes are made to these policies, you will be notified through your Augustana email. Please follow these policies for not only your safety, but the safety of your peers as well.
Next, I'm going to go over our visitation policy. Though this policy may not be popular, it's highly critical if we want to avoid online learning and stay on campus this year. To start off, there is only one visitor allowed in your room at a time. This policy does not allow one visitor per roommate, only one visitor per room. If you live in a double, you and your roommate are allowed to have one friend over, but no more than that. And you and your roommate must agree to have people over. If one of the roommates decides they do not want visitors at all, then you must respect that. Also, any visitor you have must be an Augustana student. Unfortunately, there are no exceptions for friends or family. Finally, no overnight visitors are allowed, even if they are an Augustana student. Thank you.
Hi, I'm going to talk about Augustana's policies on alcohol. The possession, storage, or consumption of alcoholic beverages on campus is prohibited. Exceptions to this rule are made for students who are 21 years or older living in the transitional living areas. Students who are present in a location where there is alcohol will usually be considered in violation of our policy even if they are not drinking or in possession of these alcoholic beverages. Even empty alcohol containers will be considered violations of the alcohol policy and are not allowed in the residence halls. Fines for violating this policy is doubled for the use of hard liquor. Specifics on the disciplinary actions for violating this policy can be found on the college website and include warnings, educational sanctions, fines, and possible parental notification for multiple violations.
Hi everyone! Augustana's smoking policy has changed a little bit this year. Our smoking policy in the past has prohibited smoking in the residence halls and within 15 feet of any campus building. Due to COVID-19, however, we have become an entirely smoke-free campus. This includes tobacco products, e-cigarettes, and vape pens. If you need to, you can go off campus or to another location where smoking is allowed. Otherwise, let's try to keep a safe environment for everyone by protecting our lungs and not smoking.
With entering the new school year, I would encourage all of you new students to make new relationships. A great place to start is with your peer group. Make the most out of your time with your peer mentor and other students who are in your class. Furthermore, get to know as many people as possible during Welcome Week. Who knows? Maybe you'll get to meet your new college best friend or potential study partner. Regardless, this is your chance to meet new people and try new friendships. Of course, be safe and maintain social distancing while doing so, but still, give yourself the opportunity to create new friendships. Oh, also, give your family and friends from home a call every now and then. I'm sure somebody from your home life is missing you.
Always remember to go out of your comfort zone. Explore this new college life. As an international student myself, I had a hard time going out of my comfort zone. But once I pushed myself into that position, I saw that it was exciting again. Apply for a job, attend events, join some new clubs. Of course, Augie is the best place to do so, with more than 150 clubs and organizations. Take a class out of your discipline, or do a research with a professor. In general, push yourself to your limits. However, don't forget to take time for your classes at work.
An important part of college is knowing how to take a step back from things. It's easy to get overwhelmed, overthink, and stretch yourself way too thin. Remembering to take personal time is what helps you to collect yourself during crazy times. There are a ton of different ways you can do that, whether it be you're by yourself for a night, taking a nap, or even detoxing from social media. After taking a second, you can go back to everything with a healthier mindset, ready to take on whatever is thrown at you. If you're dealing with too much, we have counseling and other resources for you. Just remember to take care of yourself and you'll be alright.
Being away from home for the first time and trying to find a balance between school, social life, and self-care can be difficult at first. Trying to find a strategy, such as a daily routine or habit, to help keep your spirits up can be a nice or fresh start to each day. This could be anything from working out to going and getting breakfast with a couple of friends, or just something as simple as making your bed or taking a shower. Even something small can be a help with adjusting to a campus community. Also, if you find it hard to adjust or think that it's still difficult after a little while, you can always talk to a CA or find a club or sport that you enjoy. We're all a team, so let's make the most of this difficult time.
Welcome back to the first year housing face-off. We're so excited to have you with us.
Today, one CA from each first year residence hall is going to battle to see which hall is best.
Our representative from the biggest first year residence hall, Westerland, we have Jared Tarantino.
Woo! All the way from Rocking Andreen, we have Quinn Fabish.
And lastly, in the small yet powerful seminary hall, we have Mary Burrell. All right, let's get into the questions.
All right, guys, how many candles are you allowed to have in your room?
Andreen.
You can have candles, but only if they have one wick.
Wrong.
Wrong. Mary.
Absolutely none.
Correct. Candles are not allowed in the residence halls. Next question. Where do you take your trash out to? Jared.
Take your trash out to the dumpsters outside your residence hall.
That's correct. Fun fact, you are not allowed to throw your trash out in the common areas or the bathroom trash cans unless you want to get fined.
Okay, everyone, how many guests can you have in your room during this time? Jared.
As many as you want, as long as you social distance and wear your masks.
Wrong. Quinn.
You can have one guest.
Wrong.
You're partly correct. Mary.
You can have one guest, but they have to be an Augustana student, and your roommate has to agree.
That's correct. That's the answer we want.
All right. All residence halls have communal kitchens. Can you use them this year?
No, due to COVID. Kitchens are not being used.
Yes, that is correct. All the kitchens are closed except the sinks. Currently, our score is Andreen 0, Westerland 1, and Seminary 3.
All right. What time does your ID stop working to get into other buildings that you do not live in? Quinn. Yep. Also, you will need to show the community host at the desk your ID if it's later than 10 p.m.
All right. So, what should you do after you are done using any communal items? Mary.
Sanitize them down so they're good for the next person to use.
Perfect.
Correct.
Now we're on to our lightning round, where we will just ask questions in lightning succession. First, in what areas do you not have to wear a mask? Jared.
In your bedrooms and in areas where you can safely social distance outside outside a distance of at least 6 feet.
That's correct.
Correct.
How much alcohol can you have in your room within residence hall?
Mary.
So Mary.
None, regardless of your age.
Correct.
Correct. Where are you allowed to keep shower caddies in the residence hall? Quinn.
You can keep them in your room.
Correct.
That's right. What should you do every morning when you wake up? Mary.
Put your mask on.
Andreen.
Oh, yes. You should take your temperature and enter the info into Campus Clear.
That's correct.
Correct. Number 5, what should you do if you start experiencing COVID symptoms? Andreen.
Contact your local doctor.
Yes.
Yes. A little bit more than that, Mary.
Call public safety too.
That's
correct.
You want to make sure you contact a healthcare professional and contact public safety. Number 6, what should you do if you notice something broken in the room or hall?
Jerry.
You should submit a work order.
Correct. What kind of pet can you bring to campus? Mary.
You can have emotional support animals and non-flesh eating fish in a 10-gallon tank or smaller.
Correct.
Correct. Can I smoke and or vape in the residence hall? Mary.
No, you cannot.
All right, this is a bonus question. Where on campus can I smoke?
In designated areas.
That's right, yeah.
And last question. Alcohol amnesty means... Jared.
Sure.
Alcohol amnesty protects a student from punitive sanctions for alcohol policy violation when the student is seeking help for a first-time alcohol-related medical emergency.
Correct.
Correct.
So now, this last question is worth 100 points. So, the CA who gets this correct wins, no matter how many questions they answered before.
Ooh.
Bonus question. What time are quiet hours?
Mary.
Weekdays, 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. and then weekends, 10 p.m. to noon.
Wrong.
Oh my god.
Andreen.
Weekdays, 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. Nights, 12 a.m. to 10 a.m.
That's correct.